This is the BFDIA double feature vlog. Well, look who it is, and pointy, pointy, pointy! My point is sharp and pointy! Yep, just like Teapot's Out of the Blue and What's Up Bell String, there are two episodes where one is a non-eliminated, non-BFDIA contest episode, while the other one is a regular BFDI contest episode. Freesmart won the dodgeball contest last episode, so everyone else is up for elimination. Unfortunately, they're all dead, so Kick and Stay has to be postponed until everyone is present. So Ruby and Needle decide to go back to Yoyo Land and recover everyone using the recovery center. After they recover everyone, including Ruby's childhood friend, a horrific sludge monster, and Yellowface, who was eliminated a few episodes ago, Gelatin discovers that the Wheat-Shrilling Fortress has a lot of open space that they can get out at any time. So as the remaining contestants leave Yoyo Land and go back to the concert to do Kick and Stay, the eliminated contestants, except Yellowface, decide to explore Yoyo Land. In the meantime, Coiny decides to follow through Pin's plan on figuring out a way to get her entire body back. However, unlike Teapot's Out of the Blue episode, this was a BFDIA episode I didn't really care much about, honestly. There's a lot of important stuff they did present, but I feel like all the important stuff they did show would occur in the next episode, or at least the season finale of Battle for Dream Island again, like when Fiery recovers Leafy, or when Rocky got his vomit back. There were some important stuff I really did like in this episode, like they actually explained how some of the extra Battle for Dream Island characters actually got some upgraded designs like Gaiety, Bottle, Balloony, Lollipop, and more. And it was all because Gelatin was playing with a laser ray. That was a lot of concrete to pour into that plot hole. Also, I did like this one gag where Dora actually orders an island, much like ordering a pizza, like it was that easy to buy an island, and then all the eliminated contestants of Battle for Dream Island again decide to order their own personal islands, like Match, Donut, Teardrop, and Puffball. Aside from the scenes involving the Locker of Losers, it's not much. Even with the side plot involving Coiny trying to bring back Pin's old body back, I knew her plan wouldn't work at all. After Coiny dug a tunnel into the center of the earth and discovers Pin's uncanny CGI design that still has her full body and limbs back, Coiny tried to bring Pin back to the surface world, but there's an invisible barrier that's stopping her from doing so because digging a tunnel into the center of the earth is not considered a recovery center. Although Coiny pulled with all of his might to bring Pin back to the surface, she still came back as a tiny regular Pin with no face, no limbs at all. And that's why I felt like I wasn't missing anything that was considered important of the 13th episode, because Pin's plan failed. Even if the Locker of Losers were trying to run away from Pin's uncanny valley during the plan, I felt like the Locker of Losers would rotate to a different location anytime, with or without Pin's plan failing. It was a bit nice to visit more Yoyo Land, but I feel like all the adventures that occur in this episode would have occurred in a BFDI miscellaneous video. Now with the 14th episode, that's where everything gets back on track and maintains focus, and it's not just the contest. After suffering through so much pain between losing her limbs, face, and size, Pin finally won a prize, and her prize is she gets to regain her face, size, and gets a state-of-the-art mech suit. And what did the state-of-the-art mech suit look like? A plug-in Wally. But in all seriousness, it's nice to see Pin back to normal, and it's actually pretty cool that she now has her own set of wheels, and she has her own feature like a garbage disposal. Sounds pretty dumb, I know, but it was actually useful in this episode. So as Pin celebrates her newfound body and plans to take revenge on Freesmart for what they did to her, it's time to eliminate another player. Coiny, Pin, and Tennis Ball perform the best in the dodgeball contest, so they're all safe, which leads us to the bottom 4, and all 4 of them have very good reason why they're up for elimination and receive the most dislikes. Aside from Bug, Nickel died way early during the Bugfield Dodgeball Insanity episode. Bomby died midway and refused to join Coiny in the water to escape evil Leafy. Fries tried to go solo again, but that automatically makes him a major threat to everyone's game. And Gullball tried to cheat her way to victory by using the Queen Bug's anti-poison during the Bugfield Dodgeball Insanity episode. But before I reveal the results, the Bugs, the hosts of Battle for Dream Island again, got killed by Spongy because Freesmart were trying to get rid of the Bugs after they poisoned their leader Pencil. And you know what happens to dead hosts? They must find a new replacement, and Gullball called Barkbat because she was the Bugs' next meal or something. I don't want to know actually. So it turns out that Barkbat, along with everyone inside the Locker of Losers, are now going to be the new host for Battle for Dream Island again from here on out. These BFDIA hosts keeps getting better and better because I can actually see this idea actually moving forward until the finale. Since all the eliminated players are safe and sound inside the tiny loser chamber, inside the locker of losers, there's no way for any of them to get killed, even if Spongy accidentally kills them. The only way for any of them to get out is to use a wall teleporter. But let's get back to the final results of Cake at Stake. The contestant eliminated and coming in 11th place is... Golf Ball! And it turns out at this Cake at Stake, this was another close voting battle between her and Bommy. But why did she end up getting eliminated? Well, there was the fact that she cheated during the dodgeball challenge using the Queen Bug's anti-poison. But the main reason is, whenever she gets up for elimination, she usually ends up in the bottom 2 or 3 during these BFDIA episodes. And she hasn't gradually improved since then. If there was a Cake at Stake episode where she ended up a bit higher than in the bottom 3 or 2, she would have lived for a few more episodes. I wasn't expecting Golball to get eliminated so soon, even during the halfway mark. I thought that Fries was getting eliminated because he went rogue again, and he almost got away with it, just like during the ice cream challenge. So it looks like Tennis Ball will have to continue battle for Dream Island again without her. Sorry, Golf Ball, your leadership has come to an end for this season. So now that the final 10 are present and accounted for, their next challenge is to climb to the top of the bunk bed, but since there are only 2 beds, they'll have to pick partners. Ruby gets Book, Bommy gets Fries, Needle gets Pencil, Tennis Ball gets Nickel, and Corny gets Pen. All they have to do is jump from one island to the next and collect a bedtime item. But these are just ordinary islands. These are the islands that Donut, Dora, Teardrop, Match, and Puffball ordered from the last episode. First, they had to fill their jetpack with fuel. Next, they had to eat an island, get rid of the annoying chatterboxes on Teardrop's island, sail across the lava on Match's island, and reach the top of the volcano to the final island, where they had to sing a lullaby, and if Puffball improves, they can get to the top of the bunk bed. The first 4 pairs to reach the bunk bed will be safe from elimination. The last pair to arrive will be up for elimination, and that means only 2 people will be up for elimination. But they better hurry, because if they stay on one of the islands a bit longer, or the forest, Evil Libby will come after them and kill them. Wow, that was an intense challenge, and that was the Battle for Dream Island Again episode that I was waiting for last time. With this idea where only 2 people are up for elimination way early in the game, it raises the stakes even higher because you have no idea which one of these contestants currently stand. I definitely like the 5 pairs they choose for this episode. I mean, it obviously makes sense that they have Pen and Coin together, but you also got Needle and Pencil, which Pencil still doesn't believe that Needle is a free smarter now, even though she did a sacrifice last time. And then you also got Ruby and Book, who are the new Free Smart members. Also, it is really nice to see Bubble again. She deserves to come back as an official contestant for Battle for Dream Island again. But then you got some of the unexpected ones, like Bommy and Fries, because they don't really get along very well, because Fries keeps forcing Bommy to dig while Bommy tried to kill him in the last episode. And here's a team up nobody ever thought of, Tennis Ball and Nickel. I guess they have something in common because they're both round and they only have legs. But in this one, Nickel contribute a lot in this episode. True, Tennis Ball did most of the work in this episode, but Nickel does actually help in this episode, even more than the other episodes when he was with Woe Bunch. Like climbing up Donut's island like a spider, eating an island, and getting rid of one of the chatterboxes. But I especially like one of the scenes where Fries feeds Bommy with one of his sugar fries, and he goes on a sugar rush. The way that Bommy goes crazy and his eyes grow bigger, he really does look like a cute little yoilberry. As for the island hopping challenge, the designs of the islands are really awesome. You got Donut's Island, where it's made of sugar, Teardrop's Island, where it has a Teardrop family reunion, where it features other drops like a milk drop, a coffee drop, and more. And then you have Puffball's Island, where it looks like a dream cloud, and there's actually a feature where you can turn on and off the auto-tune. And if you want to know what was my favorite lullaby during the episode, Needle was the champion. She has the voice of an angel. But Needle's lullaby wasn't the only one that everyone remembered at the end of the episode. It was the episode where Pen finally snapped. During the lullaby challenge, somebody stole Pen's Pointy song and decided to auto-tune it. She was so furious that they stole her song that she blew a fuse, and the electrical wire went all the way down to the other outlet, and we get this really impressive CGI effect on the island. And when the electricity reached the outlet, it zapped the people that stole her song. But it doesn't stop there. She talks down to the people that stole her song in a very disappointing manner, and she looks like one of those celestial gods from the Eternals movie, and tells the people that stole her song that she has no remorse and says that they are up for elimination. The moral of this episode is, don't mess with a pen. I definitely have a blast with this episode. It's definitely one of my favorites for Battle for Dream Island again, next to Well Rested and the Dodgeball episode. Will Pin get her exact revenge on Free Smart? Will Tennis Ball continue Battle for Dream Island again without Golf Ball? And will Fries ever stop using Bomby for digging? Well, let's just hope all of our questions will be answered on the next episode of Battle for Dream Island again.